Hi and welcome back. Before we set up the service for our test MVNO, let's take a look at the network components that SuperTel needs to provide voice calls, LTE, SMS and USSD services. We'll begin with the basic network elements required for LTE service and later discuss additional components for voice, SMS and USSD services. As a service provider MVNO, SuperTel is going to need its own billing and online charging system, OCS. The OCS tracks the service usage for billing and charging purposes, ensuring that the user is billed accurately for the services they use. Ever wondered what type of MVNO you'd like to be? Full, service provider or reseller? Drop your thoughts in the comments. There are two main channels of communication between the MNO's mobile core network and PortaBilling on the MVNO side. The first channel handles SIM card activation and deactivation, while the second is dedicated to real-time charging. When a user attempts to make a call, initiate an internet session, or sends an SMS, the MNO's network sends an authorization request to PortaBilling. And once the call is made, or periodically during internet session, a charging request is sent to PortaBilling. Any mobile network needs an HSS/HLR home subscriber server registry, a database where user SIM card data is stored. The system either recognizes the subscriber and allows them to access the service, or rejects the authorization request if the subscriber is not recognized. Simply put, it's like the people invited to a party in the hands of the security guard. In the case of SuperTel, HSS is located on the MNO side. More advanced MVNOs that have their own HSS/HLR are able to offer a wider range of features to their subscribers. PortaBilling is the perfect fit for SuperTel as it covers service provisioning, SIM inventory, and charging. Besides PortaBilling, SuperTel will also need to have access to an EPC, eVoLTE packet core, the network architecture used in 4G and 5G networks to manage subscriber data and ensure communication between mobile devices and the mobile network. In the case of a service provider MVNO, the EPC is provided by the MNO. If SuperTel grows their business and decides to become a full MVNO, they may acquire some of the EPC components. For more insights into MVNO types, check the link in the description. PortaBilling supports out-of-the-box integration with EPCs from top vendors like SAE. For more insights into MVNO types, check the link in the description. PortaBilling supports out-of-the-box integration with EPCs from top vendors like ZTE. EPC usually includes HSS, HLR, which we have just discussed. Then there is Serving Gateway, acts as a router forwarding data between the base station, the cell tower, and the gateway, which is responsible for charging. It ensures that the users move from one cell tower to another and their data connectivity is maintained without interruption. Packet Data Network Gateway. Gateway sends charging information based on the user's data usage to the OCS. This includes details like the volume of data transmitted, received. The OCS uses this information to perform real-time charging. Policy and Charging Rules function plays a key role in assigning service policies like speed limits or managing content-based billing. But what is service policy? Service policy is basically a set of rules under which the service is provided to the end user. It is used, for example, to limit the internet usage speed or enable content-based billing. Billing separately for different types of content consumed, like YouTube, social networks, email services. For example, let's consider two users, Mark and John, who purchased SIM cards from our test MVNO SuperTel. They subscribe to different bundles with different internet usage conditions. Mark gets 100 Mbps internet speed, while John can only use the internet at a maximum speed of 5 Mbps. PCRF is responsible for assigning each user their respective bandwidth limit based on the package they sign up for. In our next video, we'll show you how to connect the service policy created on the MNO's PCRF with PortaBilling. The third integral component of the LTE network is the eNodeB. It's essentially a cell tower that communicates directly with the user's mobile devices. Simply put, the box on each tower with antennas, which transforms radio waves into digital data transmitted over the network. This element will always be located on the MNO side. For LTE alone, this setup would do, but SuperTel aims to offer voice, SMS, and USSD services as well. To provide voice calls or VoLTE, another network component called IP Multimedia Subsystem is necessary. If the MNO handles calls on its side, SuperTel's PortaBilling will only receive charging requests from the MNO's IMS. However, a popular approach to deploying MVNOs involves the MNO handling calls between subscribers of the network, while outgoing calls to another operator or international calls are sent to MNO by the mobile networks via SIP trunks and then MNO forward them to their SIP carriers. This arrangement allows the MNO to route calls according to least cost routing to their own carriers and implement enhanced features. The IMC relies on the data connectivity provided by the EPC data gateway. Since calls are carried out over the IP network for networks that don't support LTE or VoLTE, the Mobile Switching Center MSC will be used. The MSC is a crucial network component in both 2G and 3G mobile networks. It will use OCS for authorization and charging similar to IMS. SMS messages are sent through the SMSC gateway, which in our test scenario is owned by the MNO. The SMSC gateway connects to SuperTel PortaBilling to exchange authorization and charging requests. And there is another service MVNOs typically provide. For example, when you dial the number on your mobile phone to perform an action or obtain some information, it is called USSD or Unstructured Supplementary Service Data. Don't be tricked by the complex name. It's pretty simple. Check out a couple of examples of USSD services. Balance inquiry. Users can check their prepaid account balance by dialing, for example, this code: top up or recharge. USSD codes can be used to recharge or top up prepaid mobile phone accounts with call minutes or data gigabytes. Users can enter a code followed by a recharge voucher PIN. Information services. USSD can provide access to a wide range of information, including news updates, weather forecast, and stock market data. The MNO's USSD gateway will connect to PortaBilling via API to query account balance, assign tariff plan, and make changes such as adding new products. If you have any questions about the specific network configuration for your MVNO, let us hear about it in the comments. In the next video, we'll guide you through the step-by-step configurations that SuperTel MVNO needs to perform on the PortaBilling web UI to start providing LTE service to its customers. Stay tuned!